I'll start off with Bitcoin. Where were we? I guess 7 days ago would have been, yeah, right here. We're talking about this nine, and I was saying last week. If you watched last week, we do this by the way every Wednesday 7 o'clock. So try to be consistent with it. So we did a show last week Wednesday, and I was saying how there's a big ask. We were here, right here, where this nine is, this arrow, and I was saying there's a big ask between where we're at and 110. And so my prediction was that we are going to slow down, and that's kind of happened. You got your post-election 40% in 9 days, and then in the 9 days after that, you got much less, 9%. So you got 4x the price action the prior week than you did this week. So, and I think that's probably going to continue. Structure-wise, looks great. Just totally like grinding up. But yeah, this box. Just imagine this box is like a big brick wall that we're like slowly chewing through. 95 where we're at right now is like one of the bigger asks, and then the really big ones are up in the 110 and 100k. So round number 100k, and right here in particular at 95, there's a big ask, and so not necessarily bearish. Price action still looks quite good to me, but yeah, I would just expect things to continue to slow down, if not maybe even pull back. Weekly is a 9. We talked about this pretty much every week that I like this indicator. It's TD9, sequential 9, Tom DeMark, sequential, whatever. You Google any of the above, you can learn about it. But TLDR, we're looking for 9s on the buy, looking for 9s on the sell. So this is just a weekly sell signal. Again, doesn't mean bear market. Oh my God, it's over. You saw one back here, worked out pretty well, and you just got a correction and then ended up going higher. And it happens all the time. See how good this indicator can be. Here's one where it didn't work, but here's another one, perfect. You got a dip, and then you're right back up. So it doesn't mean bear market, but it just means, kind of like a caution flag, like, hey, totally wouldn't want to get ape long here personally. Like if I wasn't long, I mean, I don't know what you're waiting for post-election, a year sideways prior, but if you weren't long, I wouldn't really want to long. If I was going to long anything, it would be Bitcoin. Really quickly, I'll just look at dominance. People aren't talking about this as much as I would think they would be, given that it's just fucking vertical up, and a lot of people try to pick a top on this BTC dominance, and it is just giving everyone the fuck you. Actually, I think this is quite good. You want to see Bitcoin lead. That sort of permissions the alts for their crazy bull at the end. That's usually how it works. Same thing happened here. Was it 2019 where you had this huge run up, and this was all Bitcoin dominant. And then 2020 you had the alts, and so now you're seeing the same thing. Huge run up in dominance, and hopefully we'll keep going up. Personally, you see these little dashed lines here are alerts, because this is sort of the 786 here, just measured from the top to the bottom, from here to here, and then you're looking for that retracement. So 786 would be the sweet spot, around 65% dominance. I wouldn't be long any alt that wasn't a meme, at least until this gets to 65. Personally, I'm allocated heavily in Bitcoin. I know a lot of people like totally disregard Bitcoin because they think, oh, well, it's not going to do 100x, so why do I care? But like, I'm just printing money, being in Bitcoin. Just don't have to look at it, don't have to trade it, don't have to worry about it. Like 0% worried about it doing some rug or some flash crash or some, whale like we saw with Giga a couple weeks ago dumping, and that's not gonna happen with Bitcoin. So I like having a core Bitcoin position. Once this gets up here or shows obvious weakness, then I'll move that Bitcoin probably to SOL. If SOL breaks out, I think SOL has just been sideways against Bitcoin all year, pretty much. Yeah, so it's just continuing to be sideways. SOL's the only major alt that's sort of like maintained this whole year against Bitcoin. If this breaks out, I'll swap to SOL, or if dominance gets to 65. But even if you're not actively trading Bitcoin, you're not interested in Bitcoin, I still might throw an alarm here at 64, 65, 66. And so you get that alert on TradingView and just say, hey, it's all season potentially. More likely to be